All my 3D printers shut off, so it'll be quiet up here.
Yeah, I tried to use the noise cancellation. What happens when I do this?
I can hear your pulse.
Hey, we're going live. We're live.
No, we're not yet. I just shared some comments here.
I see me on my screen.
Oh, do you? Oh, there we are. Yeah, okay, we're cool. All right, we're finally here. I assume everyone can hear and see us now.
Yep, everyone's saying there you are.
Yeah, it's all Rick's fault. I don't know if you've seen the 7 stages of a project. It starts out with enthusiasm and all those things, and the last couple are hunt for the guilty parties and punish the innocent is the last one.
That's a good one.
I used to keep that on my office door just to remind people what's going to happen if we screw up.
That's a good one. I like that.
All right. Well, we're ready to go. So hello, everybody.
Hello,
Rick will eventually join us when he figures out how to get his internet connected. He must be on his phone or something now. Hey, Larry, Bill. I guess we're ready to go. So what's happened in the last week?
Well, I've been super busy on my other side of my income, building houses. So I really haven't done much on YouTube. I did a couple videos and wasn't able to play with the laser as much as I wanted to, but I figured out how to dial it in and get it to where it's actually cutting the wood now. So
Sweet.
That's an upside.
You've started down the slippery slope.
Yep. I'm starting to think about it when I'm not here. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Awesome. I did some, I actually did a video on this scratch acrylic stuff. This stuff is actually really nice.
Oh, nice.
Like it's yellow on the back and it comes with some kind of black coating on the front. It's probably PVC or something deadly, and it even comes in metallic colors.
Oh,
I don't know if it's, let me get it into a light here. That's actually, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Looks like, it's like a copper look.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be fun to play with.
Yeah. And I actually talked to another company today about another material. It's heat adhesive acrylic. So you can make things like this and you can heat them onto something and they're sweet. Never going to come off. So hopefully I can do another video on that material.
So do they sell like a specific wood, say, to use for like, I guess the 5mm thick stuff that's not plywood?
You can get natural wood, yeah. I mean,
like bamboo.
You've got a table saw. You can cut your own, I suppose. You don't have a bandsaw, so you can't cut really wide stuff. But.
I know, man. Such a bummer.
We're close. Yeah, you can.
The speed limit is 40 miles per hour.
That's Rick.
Yo. What's going on, guys?
You're just a shadow of your former self. We can barely see you.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm speaking. I'm pulling Daniel. I'm on my cell phone, and I was trying to get everything going from my phone, so I had my cousin start the live for me.
Okay. Good thing we have a backup.
So,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you need just a little bit more lighting in that area you're in.
Yeah, it's a truck, so. my sister opened a catering business, and they have these huge windows that are like 10 feet tall, and the light coming into the windows was like, people didn't like it. It was too bright. So I went to her catering, and I tinted all the windows. So
nice.
Yeah.
On a Friday, you did that?
Yeah.
You know we have an appointment on Fridays.
I know. What the hell, man?
I know. But the thing is, I tried to use my my iTunes account to use the Yardstream app, but apparently I don't remember what my password is. So yeah.
Well, we should really set this up so that someone else can start this when you're absent.
Well, you're all admins, so I thought you could.
No, I
No,
have no
no.
way to join this. No way to
No,
start this.
I don't either.
Okay. Yeah, you're all admins. So I don't know why, but
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
said that before, but there's a whole bunch of things I can't do.
we'll have to check that out.
The
We'll have to
speed
check that
limit
out
is 40 miles per hour.
to see what's the deal with that.
You're speeding.
I actually had a yardstream contacted me and told me they wanted me to do a one-on-one conference and explain to us how we could do things better with our live and all kinds of stuff. And then they never showed up. So yardstream, what the heck?
Oh well, we'll sort it out
Yep. So
for
anything,
next week. Next
anyone-
week when you're doing another catering.
Nah. It's a unique situation, but I take our live pretty serious. We're doing pretty good.
Sounds like you're developing a side hustle for your side hustle.
Nah, just it's hard to tell family no when you know they need your help. That's all.
Yeah.
How are we doing in the chats? We got any people commenting?
We're starting. Here, you've got some support for window tinting here from Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, the lazy boy. That sounds like a great idea.
You guys got any projects coming up this week you're working on or anything special?
I'm working on this Creality Falcon Pro here. Yeah, Falcon 2 Pro. I'm trying to get through. I got a couple more reviews to do, and then I can actually do some project work again.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of backed up myself as well. It's like, ugh.
My project for the week has been tearing out 750 square feet of ceramic floor tile, replacing it with laminate. So I've been busy.
It's got to be fun. What are you using, a jackhammer?
No, I'm using hired help.
Did you say you're using Mexicans? What'd you say?
Actually, two of them are Mexican, but
I knew it.
no, I had to hire a contractor to assist with this. My knees are too bad after crawling around for 42 years. I can't be on my knees that long, so let them do all the nasty work, and I'm doing the finish work.
Nice one. Nice one.
Warrior Woman has made a map. All right. Hope it worked out. The first one of those is a little tedious when you're using snazzy maps because you have to a bit of a learning curve.
I had somebody ask me to do an inlay for a hardwood floor. Have you guys done one of those yet?
Yeah, I would. Depending on the floor, I would use a CNC, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I have a CNC. I just.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Go ahead. That's what I was in my stuff.
Well, you can't really engrave deep enough to get a thick enough piece of wood in for a hardwood floor because the first time you plane it or sand it, it's all going to go away, right? If it's too thin.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be something new I haven't done before. I'm trying something new.
Here's the ultimate solution to your problem, Roger. Save
Yeah.
money.
Work.
Save money. Have a lot of kids because they don't cost anything.
I have
There you
kids. I have grandkids, and you think you can get them around when you got all this heavy, nasty work to do? I got stuff to do. They're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can always tell your true family and friends when you have a sofa bed to move.
Yeah.
Or a piano.
Yes.
Hence why I was tinting windows, I guess.
All right. Anybody online got any challenging questions? Oh, Daniel finally got his microphone working. So
Yeah, it's good. Sorry, guys.
oh, here's a. Have you used a Lasermatic, Roger?
I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I don't either. They're a pretty small company, so they're pretty tight with review units, I think.
Yeah.
By all accounts, it's a good laser, though.
If you want to see a lot of that, you'd have to look at the Louisiana hobby guy. Rich is kind of tied up
Yeah.
real deep with that.
Yeah, Rich has sold his soul to Rolly, so you can see
Yeah,
lots of Rolly laser videos on his channel.
say I won't take a paid sponsor, so
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't do it either. Not on a full time basis.
I just turned down a 3-year contract because it's like, man, I don't know. That seems a bit much, man. 3 years.
I would rather be able to tell people what I really think of a laser than be told what to think of it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it. It sounded good originally, and then the more I thought about it, I couldn't do it. I think the biggest problem with some of these lasers is that obviously these lasers are rebranded from China, right? That's one. But they're ordering something, paying $10,000, $12,000, and then they're like, "I'll get it to you in 2 months." 2 months. And if you order China direct, you get it in 7 days, and you pay half the cost. So it's kind of hard to tell someone that that's worth the cost. The only way I would see it's worth the cost is if you are a complete noob and you need 100% support. If you're smart enough to learn something off YouTube and you can save half the money, that's almost like a no-brainer, right? Am I far off on that thinking?
I don't think so.
No.
So I don't know.
I haven't seen the Sculpt Fun Icebox yet. I guess I'm not familiar with that one.
I was just going to look it up too.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Roger and Steve, you both have an LB1, right?
A what?
Longer to LB1, the 40 watt.
I've got a longer Ray 5 and a longer B1 both.
Yeah, I got a Ray 5 and a B1, 40 watt for the B1 now.
Of course, my Ray 5 is now 850 millimeter square working area, but kind of made it big. I got signs to do. I did that for a reason.
Hey, Steve, you want to show that acrylic thing you were showing again?
Here, I'll actually show this one because it's easier to see than the copper one. So this is on regular plastic type acrylic.
That's the two-tone style?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then I did this on this chromey kind of color.
Holy cow. Look at the freaking detail.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, I didn't really even push the detail here. I could have tweaked the image processing. I try to not mess around with the image itself too much because somebody took a photograph and made it look that way for a reason. So if you go and massage it in an editing tool or a laser engraving tool, you're kind of taking away. So it's better to actually learn how to use the laser tool and the laser than it is to make the image, to beat the image into submission, right? So
yeah.
So you didn't image R or anything? That's a raw photo?
That was a raw photo, yeah.
Nice.
And I didn't cut it. And Warrior Woman, I use this this Creality Falcon 2 behind me here, Falcon 2 Pro.
Nice.
It was convenient because I was in the middle of doing a review video for it, so you'll probably see that. You'll probably see that the lion again because I recorded some video specifically for the review.
Did you tell the guys I made fun of you?
You made fun of me?
Yeah, I saw that video of you actually showing that acrylic.
Oh yes, yeah. You were making fun because I was talking about inches.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have gone to school and learned feet and inches as well as millimeters and centimeters.
Nothing wrong with that.
I am bilingual. I am bilingual.
He said it was 8.5 by. What?
40 watt. This is a 40 watt. This stuff though, you can use if you look at Ventari did a video just recently, or he's working on a video. He's using a 6 watt laser. The Acmer the one of the ones I gave away last week. He's using that the 6 watt version of it.
Is it like a
this
CO2
stuff marks
laser?
really easy. You use very little power for these, and if you have a fast laser, you're basically running at full blast.
Hot dang.
6 watt. That's a weird number, right? Because they're normally like odd numbers.
Yeah, well, normally it would be called a 5 watt, but it's actually the diode itself is actually a 6 watt diode. You
Huh.
just normally get some loss, so they usually call them 5s.
It's not like a Mustang. It's a 4.8. Call it a 5.
Jesse uses Freedom units. They sound so much nicer.
Does it have to be a CO2 laser? Or
No, that's a diode laser.
oh, okay.
You can use this stuff on your laser.
That was my real question.
Yeah. you actually, I mean, with a 40 watt laser, I'm using like down to like 20-25% power. Like
Oh, dang.
very, very low power for this stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
So I did get confirmation I will be receiving a laser that we can do for the giveaway. So I'm waiting for the tracking number. So very cool. I will be able to do a giveaway laser full setup. So more to come on that, but that'd be cool.
Yeah. By the way, Roger, Kobe over at Acmer asked me if you might be interested in doing the same kind of giveaway that I did. If you are, I'll shoot you an email and we can take it offline, and he can set you up with a similar kind of contest to what I did.
Oh yeah, I'll look into that. I'm
Yeah.
sure I have a lot of viewers that'd love to have a free laser.
Yeah, probably most of them. It was pretty good. I had, I don't know, well over almost 250 entries, I think. So
That's good.
yeah, it was just, and I was just glad to give it away. I actually, originally he pitched me on one laser, the 6 watt one, and I talked him up a bit, so I ended up giving away 2. We made a deal. If we could get over 200 entries, then we give away a second one. So
Hell yeah.
The
So
speed
are they
limit is
asking
55
you
miles per
for
hour.
the entry's email address? Is that how they're giving it away?
no, so the way it worked was I just drew the names, used a comment randomizer, and then I contacted the people who won and sent them a message and said, I'll hook you up with Acmer. And what they did was send them a 100% discount coupon, basically.
Nice.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
so I don't have to be involved other than, like, I thought I collected like addresses and stuff and phone numbers. I didn't need to do that because they just ended up sending a 100% coupon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was a very easy way to run a contest. I've seen thicker acrylic with engraving embedded. Oh, is this Robert? I have your question popped up here. Is this
The speed limit is 45 miles per hour.
Sorry, guys.
Rick is lost? Is this a question about inlay, like 2 different colors embedded? We'll wait for an answer there. Heck of many trades. Wow.
I've seen thicker with acrylic and the engaged embedded within piece.
Yeah, I'm interpreting that as engraving out a piece and putting another piece in the middle of it. You can do that.
Yeah.
You don't need a CO2 to do that. Well, you will actually for acrylic specifically, unless you're using black and you're putting a black piece back in. But
That'd be nice. I like what he's saying.
yeah, applying.
But would the laser cut aluminum?
Well, you can use gold foil if you want. If it's that like thin gold leaf kind of foil,
Yeah.
you can cut that with a diode laser.
Yeah.
You can cut up to, I don't know, probably 1/4 of a millimeter of some metals anyway. Now, you're not going to do that with a 5 watt laser, but
That's when the fiber comes in handy. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, but the fiber can't cut the wood underneath it. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
I find fiber lasers are these like people talk about which laser is the best, and everybody goes, "Oh, a fiber laser." Yeah, try and cut a piece of paper with a fiber laser. You saw the I don't know if anyone saw Rick's coin that he pushed. He popped up a couple weeks ago. A fiber laser can do that, but it can't cut a sheet of paper.
Yeah, and it's even crazy in itself is that fiber lasers are like broken down in like to multiple lasers as well. You know, you have a standard laser, then you have a MOPA laser, then you have a UV laser, and then you have like a 3D UV laser. So, you know, it's not just a blanket statement either with fiber. You know, if you're gonna do glass, you know, the problem is when you do glass, it's like literally fracturing the glass, right? So if you have a UV fiber laser, it looks like sandblasted. Anything other than a UV fiber laser, it doesn't look as good as sandblasted. I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done on CO2, but to me, anything other than a UV laser, it doesn't look as good as sandblasting. Sandblasting looks like that frosted, like real nice.
Yeah,
But,
UV is the way to go if you're doing a lot of glass engraving.
yeah.
But again, you'd be doing that as a business, not just, oh, it's a Saturday afternoon, I'm going to go and engrave a glass.
Right.
Because of fiber,
Yeah,
UV laser is going to set you back several $1,000s.
Yeah, to your point. Yeah, to your point, everything has a purpose. There's no such thing as, you know, this is the best laser. Well, you know, what are you using it for?
Yeah, and that's why when at least in every one of these streams we've done so far, somebody has said, "Hey, what's the best laser to buy?" and the
Like
inevitable question is, "What are you trying to do?"
Right, and what's your budget?
Well, that's a big one too.
Yeah, it's like, what's the best car? You know.
Oh, here, Jan has bought a Creality 5-watt. This must be well, I guess it could be a Falcon too. They do have still 5 watts in those, I think. Welcome to the slippery slope that is the laser engraving world. If you don't hate this laser, this will not be your last laser.
It's definitely a learning curve when you're first starting, for sure.
Yeah, but you're going to buy another one.
Yes. I told you, it's like crack. The first hit's free.
Oh, here's Robert's response. Piece that is done. Image inside the acrylic. Oh, yeah, you're talking about those 3D images. I think you can do those with a UV laser, actually. They're well, the way I've seen them done with the everyman's laser, every person's laser, we'll say, is people will engrave it and then laminate pieces together to get that same kind of effect. It's not quite as good, but yeah, if you're talking about those things where it's like a cube and there's something engraved in 3D on the inside of it, those are, I believe, they're UV lasers.
Yeah, in Lightburn, once you have certain lasers will give you the option of 3D slice, and you can actually like create more of a 3D effect on it if you're using a grayscale picture. It's insane. That's how you're kind of getting that CNC look.
I've been looking for a 3D slicer to do like layered cardboard or layered plywood. I used to use something that was built into Fusion, but they stopped supporting it, and I haven't been able to find anything decent since.
Lightburn supports it now.
In 1.5.
Yes.
They support it, yeah.
Yep.
I haven't tried it in Lightburn yet, though.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot. Just got home, guys.
Does it take an STL file?
I don't think so. I haven't been able to pull an STL in the Lightburn.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I don't my computer what the file format is. I've been using that Grayscale. It's like a Grayscale image to get that 3D effect.
Oh, that's not the same. That's like a bas relief kind of image.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I did a video on that a while ago too, because fiber laser guys take that for granted, right? You just kind of get that for free, but it's a little harder to do with a diode laser, or I don't know. I don't think you could even do it with a CO2 laser. CO2 lasers are pretty non-discriminant on what they blast away. Oh, here we go. This is the question I have too. So when we figure this out, we'll all do it. Yeah, there used to be a plugin for Fusion 360 that did this, where you could take an STL file, like a 3D file, and slice it down into a bunch of vector files and cut out each layer and then stick them all together and create a kind of a multi-layered shape. And they stopped supporting it, which is too bad, because it was like the best tool ever. And I haven't seen a decent one since. Oh, here we go. We need to answer a wood question, Daniel, for Mike. Otherwise, he's going to be upset with us. We all woodwork too, by the way, just so you know. It's not just
Yeah, it all boils down to who's asking what.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what she said.
I tried explaining that to him in the next comment.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're going to take it offline so none of us can learn your woodworking secrets.
Nah, I told
you have
him
like
that
the secret handshake or something.
No, I told him we all talk things shop. These three guys are the laser masters. And then he said it feels more like laser working, not woodworking. Catch you later. And I was like, all right, brother, peace.
Hey, Rick has appeared in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just so you know, I do a lot of lasers, a lot of CNC, quite a bit of 3D printing. Roger does CNC, a lot of 3D printing, some lasers, I guess, or a lot of lasers. Daniel does woodworking, and now we're kind of getting him sucked into lasers. Rick does lots of fiber stuff. Do you have any other
window
lasers?
tinting?
What'd you say?
Do you have any
And
other
window
lasers
tinting.
other than your?
I have a Monport cave, Monport.
CO2.
Yeah. And then I have a Iker K1 Pro. I have a Tezer V35 and a Tezer P5. I have a longer B1. The 5 lasers to 36 watt and 5 lasers to 30 watt.
The discount code for Scratch Acrylic is very easy. Great Carve, all caps. I don't get it's not an affiliate link, by the way, so I'm telling you because I actually like the material.
Nice.
Must be some technical difficulties going on here.
Yeah, people have to have some headaches. Come on. Oh, here we go, Roger.
I'm working on it. I just posted the first video on the Reno 4040 today, and in a couple of weeks, hopefully I'll get my floor done in my house. My wife's all over me about that, and then I'll get back to working on that CNC and putting the trim rudder on it in place of the spindle. I did a video on not posted yet on upgrading the Analyx to a Carbide Create trim router. It's not really a spindle, but boy, that thing kicks some butt now.
Yeah, I'm doing a 4030 as well, to a 6060 footprint and a router as well. I did the router 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't had time to put the video together.
I gotta put my CNC together, man.
What do you have, a Genmitsu or Shipoko, right?
I'm pretty sure it's the same one you guys have.
I have a Onefinity.
Yeah.
Well, my Onefinity is my main CNC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same exact one. They sent us all the same thing. You know how that works.
I'm getting mic'd up, guys.
As long as you got your pants on, man, that's okay.
Man, I didn't know that was required.
Oh, there. We successfully made Mike apologize. We weren't trying to guilt you into anything, Mike. We all just kind of have our sort of areas of expertise, but lots of overlap. So
Yep.
Yeah, I do a tremendous amount of woodworking. It's just, as I said, it depends on where the questions are headed and what's coming in.
yeah, this question is kind of, we've had this conversation about whether using lasers and CNCs is actually woodworking, and I know some of the diehard woodworking guys I've talked to, it's not real woodworking. It's, I don't know how you can tell us how you feel, but all of this stuff is predominantly wood anyway, in part because wood is the cheapest material, but it's all just an added tool for any workshop. Yes, actually, I think I still have a sample of it right here somewhere. I had it moments ago, and now it's gone. Ah, there you go. It's pretty small, but I do have a piece here. And the nice thing about this leather material is you can actually do grayscale on it, which is pretty amazing. Hey, Daniel's back. There, Conrad's on my side. Well, he's on, I guess, everybody's side. Here we go. What's your favorite diode laser? Oh, you can start that one, Roger.
Well, I'm going to be a little bit biased here because I have a couple of longer lasers. I also have an Atzer, and if I was going to give one away, it wouldn't be the longer; it'd be the Atzer. Of course, my longer Ray 5 is not a 5-watt, but my Atzer I've had problems with it. So if something gives me problems, it goes away.
I would lean, if those were the two picks, I would lean towards the longer as well. I like longer builds, great lasers. Who's got their mic on? Do you have your mic open there, Daniel? Or is it Rick? Because there's an echo.
You get an echo?
Yes.
Hold on. You there?
Did it go away? Yeah, it went away. So it's Daniel.
Okay.
Between these two, I would pick the longer. I like, in the 20-watt world, I like the Algo Laser Delta. In the 40-watt world, I like, this is actually a nice laser, this Creality Falcon 2 Pro, not the regular one, or the X-Tool S1 is the kind of my day-to-day one. I don't know if I have a favorite, really. They all kind of do the same thing, so.
I think that
it's a
I have a favorite.
reliability. Oh,
I have a favorite when you get something set up like on a jig, and then it's like certain things like, and I'm not saying that it performs better, like you just have that particular laser dialed in to do something. So like that's your go-to for this, right?
Yeah.
And at some point you can only do that when you have multiple lasers. When you only have one, it's for everything, right?
I have that luxury of, I have 16 lasers, so I've got different ones set up for different things. That's all I do with it. I don't swap around doing different projects with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have 16 lasers, but I probably have 14 of them in the box still. I have a couple sitting on the floor over here that I have to put up at some point. But the one that I use on a day-to-day basis is the X-Tool S1. And I'll use that until I find something nicer. It's not like it's the world's greatest laser. It's an okay laser.
Looks like a lot of lasers coming out, and it. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think all the companies will probably eventually come up with Class 1 lasers and have them fully enclosed. I think the market's headed that way. That, and from a liability standpoint, and the preferences with the public, I think, are all headed that way.
The one thing I would say though, I like the pass-through option. You know what I mean? So the enclosures kind of sucks if the sides don't open, because then you're really limited by the size of your engraving piece of the size of the enclosure.
Yeah, X-Tool did make that option available. Of course, it's a paid extra. It's not free, but you can do it.
Right. So the longer enclosure that came with the B1, you know, it's completely enclosed. Hey Rick, you were late because you had to pick up pizza.
Yeah, the thing to understand though is once you add a pass through, it's no longer a class 1 laser.
That's true.
So you just have to put the glasses back on. You falling asleep, Daniel?
Nah, I got a little headache. Nothing
A
major.
little? Oh, here.
Yeah, I had another raccoon jump on me during my live last night.
That's crazy. What are you leaving food out or something? Got dog food out or something?
No, we put cat food out for them so they don't tear our house up.
Nice.
It works. We got a little family of them.
Nice.
You live in the U.S. Don't you own like 12 guns? I thought everybody in the U.S. owned guns.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill them. They're awesome little creatures. They have their own little personalities, you know. It's kind of.
I live in the wilderness too, but I haven't seen any raccoon. I saw one raccoon. He was actually in the neighbor's recycling bin, and I had to open the lid. I heard this scratching. It was like, I don't know, it was probably like 80 degrees outside in the summertime, and I hear this scratching in the middle of the day, and I opened the lid, and this poor little guy was in there, so I tipped it over and let him run away. But
now tell us the truth. You made a hat out of him, didn't you? You made a hat.
No, I let him go. I got no use for raccoon skin.
My wife was in veterinary medicine for the longest, so we've always been like a rescue for animals and stuff like that. So it's natural. Like they tend to just flock to our yard. Kind of weird. But yeah, when I come up the metal, because I have iron steps, so when I hit that first step, I guess it kind of startles them, and they'll come barreling down the steps, and I won't see them until they jump on me at the last second.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would accept that. I'd have to do something about that. They're mass beavers.
They're good creatures. We got possums, deer, fox, coyotes.
Yeah, I
have lots of those.
Time.
Oh yeah, I bet up in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, I had chickens. The coyotes finally got them, and that was pretty upsetting. I was like, oh
yeah.
Man.
Oh, we got our chickens pinned up real good. They get mad because they can't get our chickens.
I have a pond in my yard, and the ducks have arrived again, so they tend to hang out there in the springtime.
Hell yeah!
What kind of ducks?
Mallards, these ones were, but there's wood ducks here. There's because there's a few ocean going kind of ducks too that hang around.
You know what's cool, Steve? The other day, this is when our geese were out, and this was about maybe 4 months ago. And the geese were out, and you know they do the little honk or whatever they do. I swear these brown and orange. I guess they were mallards. They came and landed on our roof. They were the prettiest birds I'd ever seen, man. I was just like, holy cow! They're absolutely gorgeous ducks.
Ricardo with the ching ching again, man, Daniel.
Wow.
Oh, hot damn!
He's making it rain for you again.
I think you're he's outranking Steve's OnlyFans there. I don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna have to give up that job and just figure out how to make videos that are good enough to get paid for.
Man, thanks, Rick. Me and Ricardo might go on a business venture if I can ever get to his phone call.
Nice.
He calls me at the worst times.
Yeah, Steve, I found the light.
There you go. Your next video, Daniel.
Raccoon casket.
So they sent me this thing.
The enclosure?
Enclosure?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Does that one come with a? Does that one have a fan, or you have to come up with your own ventilation system?
Yeah, I think I got to get all that on my own, but
if it's like a typical one of those folding enclosures, you're probably better to just leave it in the box.
Yeah, really.
Well, it depends. It depends if it's FR. I mean, if it's FR, it's worth it.
It kind of depends on the quality of it. I mean, I have an Auditeur enclosure for my LM3, and it's one of them kind of fold up things, but it's sturdy, and I use the hell out of it. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's
they
FR
sent me
as
the
well.
laser without the enclosure, and so I emailed the guy like, "You're smoking me out, man. What the hell?"
Yeah, I got the Tezer, and I like it a lot actually. I like it because it's not enclosed on the bottom, so I could still put something pass through. I like it because it flips up and it's fireproof.
Yeah, I like what's behind Steve right there, and you,
It's
and
behind
Roger.
me. Oh, this? Yeah, well,
Oh,
this is
Falcon.
the pro version of the Falcon 2 is a class 1, right? So
Oh.
it's nice. It's got this little tray underneath to catch all the crap that's down there. And it's
What?
on actual real rollers too, which is nice.
Damn.
Even this. Here, watch this. Ooh. It's a
Oh,
roll
it's like the
top.
bread drawer. It's like the bread drawer.
Hydraulics.
It's a roll top.
Soft close.
There you go.
That's nice.
That alone is worth getting it for. It's the
Hey, Conrad, I'm definitely going to talk to you, brother, especially because what happened tonight. I'll get you hooked up and we'll make you the official admin for our lives.
Yeah, I just opened a Facebook group and Conrad's on fire.
Nice.
I don't know how to do all that crap.
here's your favorite user, Glitterfart. He's back. And he's giving sound advice. It's not novice advice. This is what I tell people too. Just go do a material test. Anytime you get something new.
Absolutely. Have you guys ever engraved like belt buckles? I got
Nope.
asked to do that. That's gonna be my first.
Well, that's a fiber laser job for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is an answer for Daniel. He was
Oops, sorry.
Yep.
Which one was it?
This one.
Okay.
I'm looking at cutting into exotics tomorrow outside, thankfully. Any tips? Mask. Get a mask because those exotics, the dust is nasty and will definitely hurt your lungs. But make sure your blades are sharp.
Well, what tore me up was paddock. Sanding
Yeah,
that.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I
that
will
bother
never do that without a mask again.
Yeah.
I tend to use a mask anyway, but that one doesn't bother me. I was cutting something the other day that was really getting to me though. I forget what it was, and it was some
I
fairly
love
common.
exotics.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm stupid and I don't wear a mask. But I just never do it.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
might regret that
especially
about
for
20
standing.
years down the road.
Yeah, I know.
I'm guilty of it too, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to do it as much as I can remember, but sometimes I just straight up don't even think about it.
Yeah. I just hate it when it fogs up my glasses. I'm like, I'd rather not fog my glass up and keep my fingers and breathe in dust. I don't know. Maybe that's not an excuse, but
Yeah.
Well, what really got me back into wearing a mask again was when COVID was going on. I had to wear a mask anyway in most places. I thought, well, I'm used to it now. So
Yeah. There you go.
Roger, please tell me you weren't the guy wearing a mask in the car when you're driving alone.
Oh, I've seen those people.
yeah, I was wondering about that.
That was me.
Like, you're alone. There's nobody with you. Why are you
Hey,
wearing
I'm
the
telling
mask?
you.
You
In the
probably
beginning
shouldn't
of
shame
COVID,
those.
they
You
had
probably
me
shouldn't
so
shame
freaked
those
out.
people.
But they're
There you go.
alone.
You shouldn't shame those people. They could be listening right now.
Yeah.
I was
I
just
was,
saying,
hey, I
you're-
was the
you're-
same
you're
way,
alone.
dude.
Who are you wearing
When
a
they
mask
first started
from?
the COVID hysteria.
You just get into the habit, right? And you forget to take it off. And
Yep. I had my damn mask on in the house. Told the wife, get away from me.
Here,
I
this
don't know.
one's set up.
Did you guys all have COVID or anything?
I had
No.
it once.
Not me.
Never
I
got
haven't
it.
either.
Didn't
Just
get
did my first
vaccinated. No
copper.
COVID.
Just did my first copper electroplate in a 3mm plywood figure by cutting the laser and finish it amazing. Finishing product is amazing.
I've been meaning to do a video on electroplating things that are weird, right? Like 3D prints or even plywood. Because a lot of people think you can only electroplate metals, and that's not true. If you paint it with like nickel paint first, then you can electroplate anything.
including yourself.
Well, I guess.
Oh, I know. Here you go. Some people have conditions wear a mask at all times.
Don't turn off half our viewers, Rick.
Yeah, there you go. Rick just cost us a viewer, see?
All right. So Conrad only wears a mask and spraying finishes.
That's why I don't do
Wow.
politics either.
Yeah.
Can you believe COVID was 4 years ago?
It's hard to believe.
That
but
is wild.
I'm glad it was 4 years ago and
Mhm.
not still going.
God, me too, man. Me too.
So I made you guys, I don't know if you saw I made the US Marine Challenge coin on the 30 watt, and then I made that like pirate looking coin on the 60 watt, and I've been debating on what I'm actually going to put on the opposite sides of both. So I have that figured out, so I'll be making some new work with that. I'm excited.
I don't think that was the old video. I think that was my live last night.
It's
You're
just that
not the
Daniel
only
looked
one that,
old.
you're not the only one that's done that. I do that too, especially if I'm dovetailing a box.
Right, yeah, that's what I was trying to wrap the grain, so yeah, that was last night actually, Pierre.
In fact, I'm about to build some more beehive supers for honey this summer, and I'll probably dovetail these instead of box join them, just because I can.
Hell yeah.
Here, look at this. I started woodworking last summer. Only did one project, took me 6 months. Quickly learned that even if you're standing outside, wear a mask, it helps. Yeah. I didn't say it was the best thing to do. I just said, unfortunately, sometimes I have bad habits.
Well, it's like with my beard, it's hard with the beard too, but I try to remember every time to put that thing on because, I mean, it is definitely affecting your lungs. You know?
Yeah.
68 people in the live, guys. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Appreciate all the comments. Let us know where you're joined us from, and
Bees go wherever the hell they want.
Yeah.
They got a mind of their own. They'll do their own thing. I do have hives. We have beehives. I don't have physically hives, but I do have beehives. I keep bees, and we do harvest honey. And I make all my own hive equipment, including the frames, which is not economically feasible. I just like making them. It's a challenge.
all right, well, I'm gonna have to invite you out to my house then. I have an apple orchard, and everyone keeps telling me I have to do beehives because the honey will taste amazing from the apples, and then the bees are also good for the apple trees.
That's true.
Yeah. My father was actually a beekeeper for years. And I used to work in the summer with him, and that we did that a few times. Farmers would say, "Hey, lend me some bees."
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon, watching from Australia. Hot damn.
Oh, there. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, guys, let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know where you're joining us from. Very cool. What's this guy say? Came through the chat through BVW, but appreciate all your info. Thanks. What's BVW?
What's BBW?
Is that one of them Chinese electric cars?
Oh man, look at this, Steve.
It's Bearded Viking Woodworks, you guys.
Cheers to Vicky.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New York.
Sure.
West Virginia. Nice one. I got family stationed out there.
I was about
Corny.
to think. I was thinking this was a place called Corny, but I didn't recognize the state.
I was thinking that too. I was like, what?
I was about to put it up there, but you beat me to it.
Too funny.
Belgium. Hey, there we go.
Pennsylvania, Kentucky,
Louisville, Kentucky. I have been to Louisville.
Ohio. Cleveland. Indiana. What's up? We're in Illinois. We got the Illinois boys right here. So
Yep.
Ohio.
There's Wisconsin.
There we go. There's
Man.
there's another Canuck, and we call it Canuck, Rick. What did you call it? Canuck or something?
Yeah, I said Canuck. Did I?
No, you did not.
He's gonna rewind the footage.
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah,
that was funny. No, you.
we need to.
Malva,
we
you
do
gotta
have the
get out of there.
We do have the ability to present here, so I'll snip that and use it next week.
Oh, I like this question. This is directed at you, Daniel, about sending a piece through your planer cockeyed. Prevent
To
snipe.
prevent snipe. Yeah. Yeah, that's to prevent tear out and snipe.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoever asked that nailed it.
This is a different question. Looking to buy a utility knife. What do you guys recommend?
I'll show you. Let me show you something.
I forget that brand. It's white with the blue writing on it. That's the one I have.
I'm a DeWalt guy, so most of mine are DeWalt.
Bo, get you one of these cheap bastards right here.
A friend of mine used to work for Makita, so he has boxes full of these things. So
Oh, what was it, Rick? Steve?
the Makita.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Won't focus it, but
Mike said a sharp one.
Hold on 1 second here.
there you go.
I've been drinking red wine and smoking cigarettes. That's my favorite location. Nice.
And notice he spelt favorite with an OU instead of an O. So he's
Favorite.
clearly British or Canadian.
That's like the word color.
Yeah.
Oh, I spell color wrong all the damn time, dude. It's
You put a U in there, or you take the U away.
I put it in there.
Oh, then you spell it right.
Is it right? Maybe for Canadians.
Well, the British invented the language, so I figure they know how to spell things.
Yeah, you're right. You got me on that one. British invented the ebonics or whatever. The old redneck slang.
Creole. Well, that's French, but
I seen a knife / pair of scissors for sale, Viking style. I carry a knife on me all the time. You'll like this one, Steve. Can you see it?
you have. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, there we go. IBEW. Yeah, well, that suits you, right? Union guy.
Any union guys in the house?
Here's a well-used electrician's knife. It's got about 30 years of use on it. It's a Schrade. And as you can see, it's a little bit worn down. It's been sharpened a few times.
It used to be 6 inches long. Now it's.
Yeah.
I used to be a union guy. I was a software developer, but we were members of the Steel Workers of America.
Oh, wow.
I worked for an organization here called Atomic Energy of Canada. We did research, and I was a software guy, but we were union, and the union we were in decided they didn't like the atomic energy business, so they traded us to the steel workers.
Well, I like that.
And just before I left there, they were going to go on. Well, just before I left, they went on strike, and we had all these big burly guys walking the picket line. It's like none of these guys know how to write software. That's for sure.
Hey guys, you guys let us know if you have any questions. Let us know. Let us know.
All I can hear is that soothing rain on Daniel's tin roof.
Yep.
Oh,
Had to
God,
put
I know,
mine
it's
up
driving
there.
me crazy. I
I
can
was
barely
wondering
hear
what
y'all.
that noise was. I was wondering what that noise was.
There you
Oh,
go.
shit.
A longshoreman. Wow.
Is that better?
No, that's fine. It's not crazy. It's not
No,
like when Roger had the six.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 6 machines going at one time.
2 inches from his
We got-
microphone.
Yep, I've
we
got them all
hate mail
quiet
for
now.
2 days because of that.
I made sure all the printers were
Longshoremen's
done.
Union. Hot dang.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
lost
but-
all of our questions. See, you guys put your rain put everybody to sleep, Daniel.
71 people in the live. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. When I was in the dark driving in the car, I'm not sure everyone caught it, but I do have a laser that'll be arriving soon. We'll be doing another giveaway. So, of course, for these giveaways, you got to be a subscriber to all of our channels. So, if you're not already, make sure you do so.
Okay, there we go. That's a good laser. I have a Comgo Z1 as well, and I still use that. In fact, it's dedicated for nothing but ceramic tile coasters.
You must have some big shop.
Oh, it's cramped. In fact, I have to have everything on wheels just so I can move things around and function.
You said 16 lasers?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And with that expansion kit on that longer Ray 5 I did with to go 850 millimeter square, that's like a 4-foot square piece of plywood that's mounted on. That takes up a lot of room.
Hey guys from St. Louis, suggest on 12-inch wide masking tape rolls on weighting and masking stuff. And so I know of Sign Outlet. If you go to signoutlet.com, I think I showed some before. I have huge rolls, and I get them cut to any custom size.
This stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
You buy it on
Transfer tape.
Amazon.
Transfer tape's not a good idea because a lot of times it's made out of vinyl, and that makes chlorine gas when it cuts.
This stuff is paper, though. You have to make sure you buy the paper stuff.
Yeah, stay away from the vinyl. That'll ruin your laser too. It'll corrode everything.
Yeah, and there's a growing group of people who are recommending vinyl for some reason. Like that blue, the blue vinyl stuff.
Yeah, if you have a brass laser lens, it'll very rapidly turn that lens housing green.
Yes.
Yeah, the Genmitsu CNC is, depending on what grade one you get, that can be entry level, or you can go up to the higher end if you want to get into like a serious hobby.
So this was cut with a Genmitsu laser or CNC. This is like as good as my Onefinity for a fraction of the price. That was a 4030, by the way. A 4030 Pro Ver XL. They got so many letters behind it. It's crazy, but it's that one.
Well, their newest one now is that 4040 Reno, which I have now, and I like it. It's a nice machine.
Yep. Yeah, I like their CNCs are, I'd call them high-end entry-level lasers, or CNCs. I got lasers on the brain tonight.
70 people in the live, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My local hardware store has the Milwaukee Fastback 6-in-1 knife. As you guys use one, seen reviews on YouTube.
I use it out in the field all day.
This is where you say, "Yeah, that's a great knife."
It's super sharp. Here's a question: What is the mesh that's in the base of cork sheets? I was masking coasters for home and noticed it after a fail print. What?
Noticed that
I've never run into mesh in cork. I use a lot of cork sheets for coaster bases, and I've never run into a problem with them. We also make cork coasters and laser engrave those, and I also sublimate on the cork.
Well,
yeah, unless this is cork that has like an adhesive backing.
Yes,
on it or
yes.
something.
In Chicago.
Rude.
Yes. So you got him? Everything's good?
You need to tell Rick to turn his mic off when he's on the phone in case he's doing a drug deal or something.
I got a customer picking up some stuff, and my wife has it with her. She's not home. Sorry, guys.
Mhm. I hear you.
Okay, I'll just tell them to start heading this way then. Or how long till you headed home? Okay, but they're picking it up tonight. You knew that.
So
Excuse me.
this one is, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could, but why is the answer that I would have. Use a laser for a laser and a either a cutter or a CNC for what it's meant for.
Yeah, or it's just like the people that put a laser head on a 3D printer. Yeah, it kind of works, but it's not as functional as an actual laser would be.
Yeah, you'd be better to sell your old cutter and just buy a laser.
Sorry, guys.
There you go. Mike? How do you get a table saw in a closet?
He worked. Yeah, we got a damn. I'm gonna send you some wood, Mike, so you can build a damn shop. He works out of his storage closet out back.
Wow.
I've seen his setup. Hey, he's willing to get out there, so
I'm
I guess
in the
he does
process
wrestle
of,
it out of there.
I'm in the process of moving all my YouTube recording stuff into a separate. I'm building a new studio, and because I'm tight in here too, but I also have my tractor parked over on the other side of my camera there. You never get to see it when I'm on videos, but I have a Kubota tractor parked right behind me here.
Yeah, I got a John Deere 1025R.
Yeah, that's you can say it works great. I'm gonna upgrade it here and do a few more things to it because I can't just leave stuff alone, leave it stock. I got to do crap to it. So.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt. Oh, I thought it was what bandsaw do you own? Too bad.
Richie, I reached out. I had Grizzly reach out to me recently,
Nice.
and they were wanting to send me a joiner. And I told them, well, instead of a joiner, how about one of those 16-inch bandsaws you got sitting in there? So I'm waiting on a response. But I hear Grizzly makes one of the best bandsaws. I've never used one, so I'm not sure. But I'm waiting to see what their stipulations are, and if they are wanting me to do some kind of sponsorship, I'm just not going to do it. But if they want me to do like how this laser company wants, that's fine. I'm all about it.
No, my joiners are Grizzly. I like it.
Yeah. But Richie, to answer the rest of that, I heard that WEN, WEN, has a really good bandsaw. I think a 14-inch for around $800 or $900, which isn't a bad price for that.
Well, the traditional woodworking, yeah, I do that too. It's as I mentioned before. It depends on what question gets asked here. If you want to talk about cutting dovetails with Japanese saws, we can do that too.
Yeah, I have a laser Malba, and I use it when I want to and play around with it to learn it here and there. And,
Yeah, I think the message there is that it isn't one versus the other, right? It's
No.
Use the right tool for the job.
And you can't hate on technology. I mean, think about when they took the water alternator driven tools and then just plugged them into a cord, and then you just progress over time, Same thing.
I get comments too every once in a while. If I happen to be using my DeWalt multi-tool, that oscillating cutter, that's cheating. You should be using a keyhole saw. And no, I'm going to use this because it's quicker and easier, and it's actually more accurate.
Way more accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, when I posted laser videos on woodworking Facebook pages, I got like destroyed. And then when that's not woodworking, it was like brutal being attacked. I was working outside on the patio, gotta take everything outside and bring it back in after I'm done. This does limit This does limit greatly the short equipment I can use, sadly.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's just,
Yeah, keep at it.
the way it
Keep
is.
grinding. You'll get there.
Oh.
Oh, there. Sorry, Steve. You're go ahead.
So
Looking forward to
inlays
it.
depends what if you're talking true inlay or you're talking marquetry kind of or to what is it to Carsi to what's the other one? There's another one anyway. I did a video not that long ago on veneer, like marquetry type stuff like this. That took, I don't know, half an hour to make probably from end to end. There's not a, well, I mean, the only real gotchas there is when you cut the hole and you cut the piece to go into the hole. If you're using a laser, you want to add the kerf, the width of the beam if you're using a laser, so that it fits tight, because otherwise it'll be the thickness of the beam too small.
Or
Other
too
than that-
big if you cut on the wrong side.
Yes.
I've done that on the CNC before. Whoops.
Yeah, I did. Next week I have a charcuterie board. I don't have it in here, but it was a happy accident where I cut handles I cut the line on the, in a CNC you can cut inside the line, outside the line, or on the line. I cut outside the line and I should have cut inside the line when I was making a handle. So I just made a handle insert, and it turned out to be something I do now all the time. I think I mentioned that already, but I'll actually bring the board and I'll show it.
Yes, I saw that. That was hilarious. I don't know what was more funny though, his soft hands or the tool. I'm just saying he has some really nice manicure going on. I mean, he really did.
I like them hands.
Yeah.
Not these
You
ones
can always
either.
tell the guys that actually work.
Oh God, look at your pinky. Holy shit.
Mine are all beat up. Although you have a short one though, don't you, Daniel?
Yeah, a little. I got 9 7/8.
It's just a
People
really
want
short
to check
manual.
out different tools, even lasers sometimes, or need space to make things. If this make space near you.
Yeah. And these maker spaces are everywhere. There's one actually I discovered not too far from me, which shocked me because I don't live in the biggest place in the world. So
Yeah, I was crazy too to see that a lot of these libraries now have lasers and CNCs and 3D printers that you can use for free as long as you have a library card. That's actually pretty cool.
yeah, I guess they don't emphasize books quite as much as they used to. So
No, too many people have Kindles now, kind of like me. I'd rather read off my Kindle than carry books around.
yeah, they're not good for reading trade books, trade magazines, or trade like I used to. You read a lot of software computer books, and they're not very good for that.
Yeah. Reading is one of my bedtime traditions.
Yeah.
I'll read a chapter and drift away into nothingness.
You know you're asleep when the Kindle hits your face.
Oh God, yeah, that happens all the time, dude. I'm like, what do you do, babe? You just smacked me.
Oh, here's
No,
another.
jackass.
Here's another laser addict. Got more than one laser. Yeah, you'll keep accumulating them, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Did
you have
Roger,
more fingers than I do toes.
Roger, did We Create reach out to you about new lasers coming up?
they've sent me some messages, and I just haven't had a whole lot of time to respond to it or look
Yeah.
into it.
Apparently, they have an IR module coming for the existing Vision, but it sounds like they've got another laser coming.
I've done the longer IR module, or I should say the Ruby module, and it's
My-
it's okay, but it's not a high power thing.
Yeah.
Mike, you're gonna have to dust off that library card, bro.
I might change my name to 9 7/8 Woodworking. That's a good one,
Why?
Andrew. God, that's hilarious. 9 7/8 Woodworks. Oh my God. Sorry, that was funny. No worries,
There you
Malva.
That's why we do it. Yes.
Yeah, craziness. There's a small laser that would be a good or portable branding iron or something that could be used as personalized craft items.
That's a
A
good
laser pecker, maybe. Actually, Longer has a nano coming out. I think it's.
What'd you call me? I'm kidding.
What about that little tiny X tool? Does anybody have that one? That little one? The
F1, yeah.
enclosure? I just think when they're portable, they're exactly that. So you can't get mad. It's not the most powerful anything.
Yeah, the thing with the F1 is you still have to put your material in it, whereas something like a laser pecker or this new nano that's coming from Longer, you put it on the material, like it's like a handheld thing.
Right.
And you can use the stand as well, so it makes it look kind of like a little fiber laser. But you can use those for just like if you were marking boxes or something in a shipping area, you could just mark them all.
Or if you're just trying to mark the, for example, I'll use our candy boards for an example that we make. So we make almost 1,000 of them a year. I trademark all of the inside of all of our boards, and I do it on a Longer laser, on a B1. I just line up 6 at a time and let them run and load another 6 and let them run and just keep going. It's upside down.
Backwards? It's upside down or backwards, or it's in Cyrillic.
It's backwards.
You forgot to reverse the image, didn't you?
Well, no, because it's on wood. It says Rick Ramirez's Woodworking.
Oh, is it it's a brand or a stamp or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a brander.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple branding irons that you got to heat up.
Yeah.
I love those, man. But I was thinking about using my engraver or my laser for starting to do that.
The only thing is that, yes, you can do it with the laser, but this just has a unique look, right?
It does,
It has a
man.
unique look.
Yeah, once you sand it and then hit it with some shellac, man.
It has a unique look.
burning.
You know, with the trees and all that and the
Yeah.
blade, it has a unique look.
Oh, yeah. I love the branding irons. Oh, yeah.
There. I got a CNC because I couldn't afford a MOPA. Yeah, that's just, a CNC is probably a better choice anyway initially. You can do a lot more with a CNC. Once you've engraved a bunch of these coins with your MOPA fiber laser, you're gonna go, okay, what do I do now?
I'm gonna brand my phone.
Do you cook those onto your livestock too, Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
Your cows?
I like this one the best. I can't believe they got that bit of detail in that little thing.
Little octopus.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, there he was dirty.
Oh, there you go. There's some sage advice.
Sage.
Yeah, sitting on a hot branding iron probably not a good idea.
I branded my
You burning
wife.
sage trying to get rid of some bad Momo Jomo?
Who the what?
You burning sage, so you're trying to get rid of some bad vibes?
I'm burning sage.
Those are sweet.
I could do better than that.
Go for it, bro.
I'm kidding. I can't do shit yet. I'm learning though. It's fun.
Yeah, I think we're always learning, man. If you say,
yeah,
always learning.
If you hate the smell of burning sage, that means it's working. In other words, you're a demon.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be white sage, though.
Mike has subscribed to all of us. Thank you, Mike.
Yep, thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mike. Hopefully we get this new laser in a couple days, and maybe we can do the giveaway right away. Be a 10 watt. So a good starter for someone trying to get in the game. I agree. I'm man at 9 to 5, an inlaid dot picture of himself. And when you stand back at it, it makes a complete picture of optical illusion. I'll be getting a mocha though. I didn't get that.
Oh, this was the reference to the 3D image inside the acrylic cube or block.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
So he wants to shake it, so he sees you like shaking it like that.
No, they're fixed, right? It's just it's done with the laser, but it's 3D.
What if they do it from the back side and just indent it and then flip it over?
No,
Is
because
that what
it's
he's talking about.
Well, yeah, it's right in the middle of the cube, and the only way you could do it with any of the
Oh
sort
yeah.
of common
I got
lasers
a picture.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
is you could engrave it to some degree. You wouldn't get that true 3D depth, and then laminate it together with another piece.
I gotta take a quick bathroom.
And get attacked by raccoons probably on the way. Comes back with a big stain in his pants. We know what happened.
You guys may think differently. I'm a talker, but at least Conrad for the Wheeler help.
We always
Thanks for the masking tape tip. Thanks for the masking tips. I just started this stuff on January 18th and just made more today. I paid for my ANSEC 40 Max by word of mouth with people. Yep. You know, that's just the way it starts, man. And you know what? It's not even always a big job. It could be sometimes a little job. And that guy comes back and, you know, just you never know who's, going to be a potential next customer or bring you a customer. Customers bring you customers. So just because it's a small job doesn't mean anything for sure.
Yeah, you'll find most people in this business don't advertise.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't advertise and I stay extremely busy.
Yes. Too busy sometimes for me.
Yeah.
Steve, you want to answer this?
How did you guys hook up and start doing these lives? Oh my God. Well, when I graduated from school, I actually started working for a commercial laser company. So I kind of started early, but in recent years, I don't know. I needed an outlet. I sat at a computer all day and it was just brutal. So I thought I created my wood shop thinking I was going to get as far away from computers as I could, and then realized that pretty much everything in my shop has a computer in it. So, but I'm a user of computers now, not a developer of them.
So then how we started doing these lives together is that I was subscribers to each one of these guys. And I would comment on their videos all the time. And then, I asked them, hey, you guys want to do a live together? And that was it, right?
Yeah.
History in the making, as they say.
I have to confess, when you sent me the email the first time, I thought, who's this crazy guy? And like, what does he want? It's like,
I didn't mean you send me the nude. That was completely accidental.
Yeah, you meant to send it to the next guy on the list, right?
Do you want to do a live? What the hell? He's nude in that picture.
Well, my thought was I'll try anything once, see how it works, and it works. I think anything you're doing on acrylic is going to make some fumes. It's not real bad, but it's not something you want to be sitting there snorting.
And any material, honestly, not like wood is bad too, right? And so like even fiber lasers where you're machining off a layer of metal, that metal is such fine dust that it's floating around in the air too. So
when I first got a laser, my wife was so pissed. Our house smells like a hamster cage. Oh, she was livid. It was 2 weeks, and the laser was going outside, or I had to do something about it. So I did the external exhaust.
Yeah, I'm forbidden for bringing lasers anywhere in the house. That's why my workshop is detached.
Rick could probably bring up everybody's sites there.
Let me. I can do it again. Conrad had posted them.
Yeah, Conrad posts them a couple times during the
Well, then
the
I'll
live stream.
find it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
VB is still alive. Wow.
So look, when I went to school, they said, "Hey, you have to take VB." Right, and I said, okay. At next semester, they're dropping it. It's not actually going to be on the required. So can I drop the class and then take, just take the next class? No, it's a prerequisite. But you're dropping it, whatever, right? So then I'm enrolled in COBOL, and they say, "Hey, Rick, next semester, COBOL is not going to be part of the curriculum." And I says, twice in a row, can I just drop this then? No, it's a prerequisite. So, DeVry, man, what the hell?
And when I went to Iowa State, I had my minor was computer science, and COBOL was one of the big classes I take where nobody uses it now. I was really surprised to see this comment on Visual Basic. I didn't know that was still around.
Yeah, it's old languages die hard. Even COBOL, there's still lots of COBOL around. And people who still know how to write code for it get paid.
Well, it's all
handsomely.
banking stuff, right? It's
Yeah,
all the banks. All the banks are still COBOL. So that's what the company I was working for, that's what it was. Yeah.
Well, it just takes practice.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to be as creative as Daniel.
Oh, I think we're gonna have some. Here you go. Will Lightburn software keep up with changes in various laser manufacturers? If you're old enough to remember when WordPerfect, Lotus 123, the top mountain, they died slowly to death.
Well, you forgot about WordStar here, but
yeah, I remember Lotus real well. On a steel plant we were working on way back. The entire database was kept in Lotus.
Yeah, WordStar predates both of those.
So I would say this. I would hope that Lightburn does not, right? Because once you start getting proprietary software that's specific to a certain laser, then I think that you're going to have all different offshoots of different like standards, right? So like if the laser manufacturers all are equivalent, like adapting these standards, then you can create different things versus getting pigeonholed into a certain laser because they have a feature, right? So and I guess one manufacturer may make and add a feature, and then soon behind they're all kind of being the same. But when they start having proprietary software, then there's a learning curve on that software, and you're limited by that software. But unfortunately, Lightburn has a big plate to keep up with all these.
Yeah, I don't think they can keep up with it. I don't think Lightburn's going to die. There's going to be, G-code lasers around forever. But the people who are leading the industry and think it's already happening, right? Think Xtool, for example. They support Lightburn, but the capability you get in Lightburn is way less than what they support in their own software. And I think that's
awesome.
They're trying to make ecosystems now, right? Like when lasers first arrived, the reason Lightburn came out of nowhere was because there was no like real push behind any of them. There was lots of these little companies, and they were all kind of fragmented, and Lightburn kind of aligned everybody. But now you've got giants, right? Xtool is a pretty big company. Mm-hmm. And they're big enough now to say, we're not making these experimental lasers anymore. We're making appliances. And that's a whole ecosystem, right? You don't get, if you want to make a cup of coffee, you don't buy a coffee maker and then the software to run it, right? You buy something that does it all. And I think that's going to happen more and more. I think it's just going to happen. I think there'll always be some vague support for Lightburn in some fashion, but
yeah, and I think that's cool. I think that's cool what you said though. If they have their own unique software, and then if you want to level up and be able to do things unique to them, but be backward compliant with Lightburn, I think that's cool. You can't complain then.
So Xtool, for example, on XCS, which is their Lightburn equivalent, they support things like their contoured focusing and a bunch of interesting capabilities around some of the things that are built into their laser. But now they're going beyond that. The next version of XCS will probably support multiple jobs on multiple lasers at the same time from one instance of XCS. That's all coming, I think, and you're going to see more and more of that. There you go, those things.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, interesting. When you turn that cube the right direction, the ring gets really loud.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
That's
so
the
is
wrong
that
direction.
2 pieces? So is that 2 pieces to? How is that made?
That's one piece.
It's one piece, and I think they use UV lasers to focus in at different depths.
That's crazy.
So they
All right,
start with
Pasquale, you saw
a
that?
big blank cube.
You saw that? We need that.
Hey,
What
hey,
happened?
I still actually have a copy of OS2 as well. It's still in the box, actually. I used to when I owned a company and I did a lot of work for IBM as a consultant, and I at one point had the source code for OS2 on my desk, and helped them write their networking stack, because surprisingly they didn't know how to do it very well.
Got to say, it's funny watching you guys and each of you interacting, kind of like watching the Brady Bunch of Woodworking, showing my age with the squares.
Yeah. We're going to need Alice in the middle, though, to keep it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put Mike in the middle.
I
Mike
tried
can
to
be
get my
Alice.
wife to come up here tonight, but she wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
Miss Viking doesn't like being on camera.
No, my
My
wife
wife
is
either.
antisocial. She spends her whole day on video, so.
Yeah.
Those lame things sold at the flea market.
Yee.
I think they're cool. I think they're definitely cool.
What are they?
I looked into making the photo cubes. That laser is way too high. Well, I tell you, this manufacturer here, I'm pretty sure he's going to watch this live, so I'll have to tell him have to get one of those lasers. I've been asking him. He said 6 months. 6 months for a UV laser.
I'd be happy if he sent me that laser behind you.
6 months for a UV laser, he said.
I've had a few people who watch the channel send me messages and say, hey, we want more information and bigger fiber lasers. So, because I have some people on my channel that have pretty big businesses, and they don't want a 20-watt fiber laser. They want a 100-watt fiber laser, or a 50-watt even.
I want a 200-watt UV laser.
See, those are the kind I used to work on. I worked on UV lasers back in late 80s, early 90s. And for marking specifically.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They could definitely make those cubes without a problem.
Yeah, those ones though, you needed a bottle of hydrochloric acid and of HCl and a bottle of argon or something. Well, they were helium neon, so neon and helium. No, they weren't helium neon. They were xenon chloride. So you needed HCl and xenon in a big gas vessel. And the spot size of the beam was about, an inch by 2 inches.
Dangerous.
The CO2 version of that laser we used to make was really good for punching holes in concrete blocks, in cinder blocks. Made it interesting to snap every shot you took at it.
What is the best style laser you guys have tried so far?
We kind of answered this. Best in what way, I guess, is probably.
Yeah, it depends what you're doing. It's kind of wild there.
I think
it'd be easier to name the ones that were actually crap than it is to name a good one.
Rick, have you done the video showing the new one? The new one, I saw the setup. The longer B one. I made the video. I got to finish the editing, and Steve's gonna get mad at me, but I'm actually gonna try to make color on metal.
Oh, you'll make color, but try and do it the same twice.
Yeah,
try and do it the same twice on the same piece of metal.
Even if you go to Dollar Tree and buy their little stainless steel bench scrapers which are good to play on if you're just new to a laser.
Stainless steel, what?
They're called like dough scrapers or bench scrapers. You find them in the kitchen department. Bucket or quarter, they're stainless steel, and you can do the colors on them and make colored cupcakes and that kind of thing. But if what you do on one, put another one on there, it'll come out completely different.
There's a guy. He's runs a training course, and he supposedly specializes in coloring the metal. It's I think $100 an hour to book him, but he supposedly
that's because he probably burns $50 worth of material to get what you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about giving it a shot, see what he says.
No, it'll work. You'll get color, but it's very unpredictable. I really wish the laser companies would stop selling, hey, we can do color engraving, because you can, but you can't control it.
Thank you, Carol. My son, he's always saying in the videos, "We got this." So now people write in the comments, "We got this." It's kind of funny.
Oh, when Longer came out with their Ruby laser, they said, "Oh, it'll cut stainless steel." Yeah, if it's like 3 microns thick, it will. But what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah, that's just. I mean, IR lasers are good for engraving, and that's it. And even then, it's not the best for engraving. It's just okay.
It's extremely slow.
Yes.
All lasers are good if you clean it, tighten bolts, look after your belts. You showed me all that. Look at the machine. Look after the machine. It will look after you. Agreed.
Yep.
Maintenance.
Yeah. Yep. And keep the lens clean.
Yep.
Oh, and let me throw one other thing in there. Something that came up on one of my videos this past week. If you're using shop air for air assist, like off your air compressor, use an air dryer.
Yes.
If you get moisture coming through that line, you will shatter your lens.
Yep.
I would say use an oil scrubber for your airline too.
Oh yeah.
You don't want Harbor Freight. I know, and I'm going to get crap for saying it, but Harbor Freight sells a fairly inexpensive the attachments you can put the inline, and it does that. It was contaminants, oils, blah 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 blah, all the etc.
Yeah, and if you get the clear one where the little blue beads turn pink, you know when to change it.
How would those lasers be able to engrave and make coins like the silver round ones? Like these?
That's a fiber laser, not a diode.
Yeah.
That's like the lasers behind me.
Rick gets paid $0.25 every time he shows those coins.
I wish. I would just tape them to my head.
Hey, Jack in the shop picked up an Algo Laser Delta. I like those.
Yep.
What I like about the Algo Laser Delta is it refutes that big myth, and I did a video on this, and it got Rich, Louisiana hobby guy, all upset because he assumed I was pointing fingers at him. Just because you have more laser diodes doesn't mean the beam gets bigger. These guys proved it. They have an almost square beam, and it gets smaller when you're engraving and bigger when you're cutting. So it's probably the first real good innovation in diode lasers in the last 2 years.
What laser is this?
The Algo Laser Delta. It's a 22-watt laser, but it's pretty, like if you saw it up against a 30-watt, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Nice one. Yeah, I have. Look at this box.
What's in the box?
Jack in the box.
So it is an entire website. Every one of their hot sellers of laser engravable items.
Oh, cool.
So
is that cool, site called Temu?
No. No.
Chris is acknowledging the great carve. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like this material. I don't know if you were on when I started, but I showed these things close up. These things are
cool.
Great. Even the leather, it's very small because I made a small one. I was cheaping out on the use of the material, but this is actually grayscale, which cool. I'm shocked it does.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Up here,
Corby.
up here all by myself. I got stuff falling down behind me.
Corby wants a laser. I think, Corby, you tried to enter my laser contest. I tried to draw your name, but the wheel of fortune that I used to draw from the comments didn't pick you, I guess.
Added that glue.
Well, here's a question for you, Rick. Where is it now? About these coins. Have you been selling these, or are you just still in the entertainment phase?
No, yeah. So I haven't sold these like one-offs, right? So like this one, in Illinois, they're doing a marine gathering, so there'll be 117 coins of that sold. You know, so there's, and then an EOD unit in Virginia is going to be buying a ton of these too. So really just making them for approval and then doing bulk sales. I'm not saying that I wouldn't make one once you get it dialed in, but there's a lot to be dialed in to do. You know, just like we said about anything else, you do a material cost, right? So I was literally engraving in this piece of wood right here. This piece of steel. You know, and playing with the colors, because if you see, where is it at? It's kind of
R for Roger.
Right here, how it's gold on the outside. You know, but I figured I'd waste this piece of scrap instead of wasting these coins. But I actually emailed you guys the distributor for all that stuff in that email.
Saw that.
For our link. So, yeah. Let's see.
Well,
There's
I
always
wear the headset because I have CHS. That's can't hear stuff. I'm hard of hearing, so I have headphones on and cranked up. So I cranked up the speakers on the computer. There'd be a bunch of feedback.
Flock around and find out.
There's always gems in the comments.
I was flocking a box the other night, and the chat went crazy with it. What the flock?
Oh,
Here is the Aaron's wondering.
I know where you get silver bars.
That's where I get my
the mint.
That's where I get the metal, all my laser engravables. So if you guys use a code,
Hey.
I'm not getting any kickback or anything, but if you guys use Rick 10%, you guys will get a 10% discount.
Who's that guy?
I think I hid your comment. Sorry.
Yeah. If you guys go to that website, that's where I get all my laser engraved blanks. Like I said, if you use Rick 10%, you'll get a 10% discount, and you'll get free shipping on any order over $200. So it's not an affiliate, so I don't get a kickback, but they were able to give me a coupon code for our subscribers. So check them out, guys. Yeah. Yeah, that flocking stuff is pretty cool. I saw
around and find out.
I saw a kid at Harbor Freight. I thought about trying it.
I have a flocking tool over there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's a very dusty, dirty thing to do, but the
Yes.
results are kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely want to wear a mask.
Yes, you're basically
Turn a fan
taking a piece of felt and turning it into dust.
Yeah.
And then spraying some glue on something and squirting it on there.
I don't even use the adhesive. I use spray paint.
You use spray paint and then use the flockered stuff? That's how you do it?
It's $36 for a little 8-ounce can of that shit, man. I buy a can of spray paint for $3 and it works just as good.
Just use clear coat or something?
No, just like if it's black felt or flocking, I'll use flat black Rust-Oleum. I mean, it works perfect.
Nice. Learn something new every day.
Oh yeah, saves you an ass of money too. big money saver.
So here, Glitterfart said 10% discount would cost more to buy in stateside. No, to be honest with you, because when I first bought these, I was buying off Amazon. And all they're doing is buying it and reselling it, right? So that's the actual manufacturer. So no, it's actually cheap. It's a lot cheaper, and the shipping cost is. You know what's crazy is that I guess we all get spoiled with Amazon now, right? You order something and you get it in 2 days. And some of these shippers, man, they got this shipping down. I got this in like 4 or 5 days. So yeah, I mean, came DHL and then UPS showed up, I think. So yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, look at that. Bam!
Whoa.
Daniel, bro, you got some nice friends.
That ain't coming from me. That's on
We
someone
start a
else's
savings
channel.
account and split the funds between you all so we can thank everyone for your time.
That
You're
one was
welcome.
me.
Thank you all.
And
Okay.
That one was Steve.
thank you, Creative Crafts.
Steve said in Canada they don't share.
Well, Trudeau takes 70% of it, so I'm kidding.
No, I've successfully reduced my taxable income now to something pretty low this year. So
There you go. Me too.
I keep buying things. My new studio is going to cost me half of what I'm going to make this year. So,
Dude, Steve, I got Etsy just taxed me, YouTube, my construction business, and Bearded Viking Woodworking jewelry box business. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, and the merch shop.
yeah.
God.
Yeah. The government has their hand out everywhere, right? So
Jesus.
Is your guys' Facebook account monetized?
Yes.
No. Mine's
No,
not.
Mine is.
not mine.
Mine
Mine's
is.
personal. My Facebook is personal. I don't do any business on it.
I don't go on there anyway. I mean, I opened a group page and Conrad admins for me, but I just did that for the guys and girls can go and share their stuff there. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really a lot of money on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I get like, I wish they would tell you what you did, right? Because it'll tell you your daily, and it'll be like $36. You're like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I don't know. It seemed like I'm doing the same thing I did yesterday and the day before. Like, you know,
On
like Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
It doesn't tell you like, what you did. Was it a live? Was it a reel? Was it, what? It doesn't break it down for you, and I wish they did.
One of my reels on Facebook, it didn't go as viral as my short did on YouTube. I think the YouTube short did like 79 million views, but the one on Facebook I think had like 9 million views if I remember correctly, and it's the same video. So
yeah, that's so weird to say that. Like, I posted this coin on TikTok and it got like 700,000 views, and I posted on YouTube and it got 900.
yeah,
Okay.
It's so weird how YouTube works.
Yeah, $10 fence pickets. I think they're $3 by me.
Yeah, they're at Menards. They're about $3. I just bought 10 of them.
The irony is the wood you
$40.
use in your fence pickets probably came from Canada.
Probably, yeah.
We sell a lot of that type of wood south, right?
You're not lying. When I do fences, a lot of it comes from Canada.
Now, what's expensive here in Cedar, if I want to go buy a 1x8 by 8 foot, it's
$30.
$30. Yeah, $30.
The only thing
sir.
that gets me so bad is that how they say whatever width it is, and it's like 3/4 to an inch off. Like, how can you do that? Like,
Well,
you can't
it's
even
always
like
been like
you
that.
gotta put.
Like,
No,
since
what I
the
mean is
50s.
that they're not consistent though. You got to literally put the boards. If you're gonna make something out of it and you're not gonna rip it down, you better make sure the boards are the same. If I was at Menards because they actually have a decent nice selection of cedar wood. I was trying to get as wide as I can, and I was getting so mad that there were like 3/4 of an inch difference, and I'm like, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that TikTok?
It's something It's something 18-year-olds use.
It's something
That's
that needs to be banned.
That's what my clock does. Every second it goes TikTok.
Hey, listen, man. I opened up a TikTok and went viral like the first video, but to get monetized on TikTok,
He was like this.
no, I was converting to Muslim.
Boing shika wow wow.
I was transitioning.
On the cedar pickets,
That's
on
the only
cedar
way you go
pickets,
viral.
I plane the cedar pickets all the time. Just got to watch what direction the grain is when you run
Yes.
it through the planer.
Yep.
Otherwise,
And
you'll
watch-
end up with tear out and all kinds of a mess.
And don't get ones with knots. Pick through them. Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the knots. Not.
Hey, you will be happy though. They have combs in here.
Whose?
Do the combs,
And where?
brass combs in this box I got open. I'm gonna open it tomorrow.
We need to talk.
Brass combs.
Well, look. So
You can
remember I was talking
laser
about.
engrave it.
I
Yeah.
was talking about bearded Viking combs.
Yes. Oh, you made that? Oh, that's cool. Let me see the other side of it. The
Can you
actual
read
comb
it?
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is a company that already has a Viking. It's Striking Viking. I didn't make this, no. But this is a company that already makes the damn beard comb, and he has a Viking on it. I was like, son of a bitch.
Send it off.
I know, right? I was so upset when I saw that.
How much was it?
My wife got me this 2 years ago for my for Christmas, and I lost it in my truck like the first week I had it, but I finally found it when I cleaned my truck up. And I was like, oh shit. And I totally forgot it was Striking Viking, and I was like, damn. But what are you gonna do?
So what camera am I using for this? I'm just got the one on this laptop.
Me too.
I'm using a Polaroid.
I got a guy chiseling tablets here.
Yeah,
I have a Sony cinema camera.
iPhone 11.
Yeah.
For any B-roll stuff I use my iPhone.
Yeah.
Works really well.
I have to measure every board at Lowe's Home Depot to flat. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, a 1x12 is going to be 11 and a quarter. A 1x10 is going to be 9 and a quarter. 1x8, 7 and a quarter. 1x6,
But what
5
I'm
and a
saying,
quarter.
what I'm saying, if that's what it is, and you're putting two boards together or making something round, like then cool. As long as they're all the same.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you get going to Home Depot.
Yeah.
You got to go to a local supplier.
A lumber yard.
Carol has a Sony camera too. I don't know what camera she has that she can afford a few lenses. Because the lens for my camera was $1,400, and I thought I'm never buying another one of those.
Jesus.
Oh, it's a cinema camera, right? So it's full frame.
Oh yeah, you look great. I mean, shit,
Yeah.
You look better than all of us.
Well, I started the original's pretty good too, right? So
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm waiting for you to shave someday. You come on a Friday stream and you're like clean shaven.
Oh, I might give somebody a heart attack.
This is my B-roll camera, and I complained about how much that stuff costs.
Yes,
Right.
This is a Lumix GH5,
that's a nice camera.
and my studio camera is also a GH5 with a little bit different lens, but
You shoot in
talking
4K,
about- yeah, yes,
like 30 frame or 24.
24.
Yeah, I
I
was
like my
shooting.
B-roll at the beginning of my videos.
I was shooting 60 for a while, then I chopped it down to 30, and now I'm down to 24. 24 just seems to be a little more cinematic. It just seems nicer.
What's that?
the Insta
GoPro?
360.
That's one of those. I almost bought one of these. I'm trying to think.
Webcam.
360 camera.
GoPro.
No, it's not
No,
a
it's-
GoPro.
It's a 360 camera. See how there's a lens on both
Yeah,
sides?
Yeah, 360.
Oh, is that the
that's it.
one that goes around your truck and you can like see up in the air?
Looks like a drone following you around. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
So when I first got it, because I'm an affiliate, right?
I'm an affiliate.
No, the reason I'm saying that is
I'm
because
kidding.
I did the unboxing and it was crashing. It was like crashing and not working well. And they're like, "Why aren't you posting videos?" I'm like, "Cause it sucks." You know what I mean?
shit.
Like, I'm not gonna go online and be like, go spend $1,700 and it sucks.
$1,700 for that damn thing?
Well, I got this. Then you need the mic, and then you need the adapter, and then you need a lens cover, and then you need 4 batteries, and then you need the
Jesus. I film all my stuff with my phone.
This is why you don't make money on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the camera's not expensive, but it doesn't come with it. They don't even come with a battery.
I make money with my iPhone. I'm good.
You have to do YouTube for the love of it, right? Because
I agree.
Everywhere there's something you got to spend money on.
Yeah.
Yerp.
Exactly. Accessories will kill you.
Yeah.
Cameras are not expensive.
Like they always say, when you start a YouTube channel, get a good microphone, right? So you get a Shure or a Sennheiser.
I like that. You sound great.
Oh, this is a nice microphone. This is actually not the SM7B. This is the CV50 or something. It's basically the same microphone, but it's, instead of being, $700, it's $300. So.
Yeah, you sound much better than us.
Well, this headset I'm wearing was $200.
Yeah.
It's this mic was $60.
Yep, I've got one of those.
Yeah, it works great though.
And the hat was $50, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. No, you're right, Steve. I mean, you got to have a passion for YouTube.
Yeah, and I mean, they always say audio is way more important than video, right? So, I started my YouTube channel with my iPhone, then I went to a Canon M200, and then I went to this one because I wanted to shoot 4K reliably. Anyway.
Yep.
Roger, is your live chat working? Mine seems stuck after refreshing a few times.
Yeah, mine should be.
Yeah, mine's fine. I got a message this minute.
I'm rocking and rolling. I just got a message.
I'm uploading in 1080p, but that shouldn't really make a difference.
Yeah, I'm in 1080 as well.
Well, the laptop camera I'm using, this laptop is a gaming laptop. Not that I'm not a gamer, but I need the high end. Because I have been known to run 5 instances of light burn at a time on this one laptop. It works. Confusing as hell, but it works.
That's why I got a video rack now, because there's just too many things going on one computer.
So what projects can we look forward to? What do you guys have on the books?
Oh, geez.
Well, I've got the update to my Analec CNC. I put the I'll be getting a video on that up pretty soon. I'm working on a prototype of this thing, which is to mount. Rick will know what I'm talking about. Nobody else will. To mount a $1,900 on DIN rail. It's an electronics thing, and this is a little prototype here.
What did I just do?
I don't know, but you're nude all of a sudden.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's like a filter. You look nude.
Projects for videos. I want to do engraving paint coated canvas. I've actually, again, I shot some video. I haven't put it together. I want to do some CNC videos on how to put a rotary on a Onefinity, as well as then use it to make things like chess sets.
Roger, you got some competition, brother.
Well, I'm also going to work on a project of laser engraving seashells.
Ah, nice. I saw this guy on YouTube that he's taking seashells because apparently hermit crabs are like they can't find shells because people pick them off the beach so often, so they're actually going into trash. So he's literally walking down the beach and he's finding all these hermit crabs inside like trash, like a bottle, a broken bottle, a bottle, cap, all kinds of stuff. So people are laser engraving or engraving shells and then sending it to him. And then when he finds a hermit crab that's inside of like a piece of trash, he puts it next to it and then films it transferring.
I think I saw that video actually.
Yeah.
I always get a kick out of, we go to Mexico quite a bit in the wintertime, of the people that are out snorkeling and they find conch shells and they'll say, oh, look what I found. And they take it and put it in their luggage and take it home, but doesn't know it still has a resident in it. And it kind of smells funny later.
I took one from Puerto Vallarta, but I made sure it didn't have one.
The beach near my house has so many shells, it's unreal. And usually, if I have somebody who comes to visit from outside the area, we'll go to the beach and grab a shell, and we'll do some engraving on it.
Yeah, I haven't done
a memento of their visit.
So my next upcoming project, I want to start doing some deep cutting, engraving on cutting boards. We were talking about buying cutting boards for Sam's and things like that that are actually nice quality but fairly cheap. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out. Do my first one. And then you know what the thing is too, like we were talking about testing, right? You always gotta do testing. If I screw it up, it wasn't a big loss, right? Start all over again.
Are you gonna fill the deep engraving or just leave it?
No, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna use this. And I know you make your own. And I don't make my own.
I tend not to deep engrave cutting boards just because I'm worried that crap will get stuck in there and go septic. And you don't want to give somebody salmonella because you made them a really nice cutting board.
Well, I asked them what they're going to use it for, and they said crackers. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel's video is gone.
Well, he's still on my screen.
I can see him, but I can't hear him.
His lips are
I think
moving.
he's goofing with you. He's going.
He's like
you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Those are nice cutting boards.
Yeah.
What is it? It's some like acacia or something.
Now?
Bamboo.
Oh, bamboo. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, you're
Hello.
back.
Oh, got him back. I was in the lip reading there for a little bit.
I was wondering why y'all were being such assholes. I'm kidding.
That's normal.
Yeah, there was a comment before. Good.
I need to make my own pounds of beadwax and gallons of mineral just to mix it up. That's what Steve does.
I need to start making my own paste wax.
Yeah, I make my own too. I usually put a little bit of lemon extract oil in it or lime or something too, just to make it smell nice.
So John King said, Rick, I'll make all you want. Hey John, send me an email. Let's hook up then. Rick.ramirez@ricks2cents.com. Rick.ramirez@ricks2cents.com.
John, you cheating on me?
Hit me up. That's where you get your boards from? On stealing your guy?
Huh? No. I'm just messing.
Where do you get them boards that thick? Sam's. And surprisingly enough, Aldi's has them too.
You can find unusual things at Aldi's at sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's pretty thick. Let me see. Let me measure it.
There was a hardware store here selling
inch and a half thick. That's pretty thick.
That's what she said. What?
There was a hardware store near me selling cutting boards for like, I don't know, $5 or something. And when you looked at them, they were olive wood. And it was just like, even if you're not making a cutting board, just buy the wood and use it for something else.
Yeah, that's why I said that 100% bamboo, that thick, that wide, and it's heavy.
Yeah, bamboo's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? There. Yes, this live stream is every Friday at this time. Well, actually, we're pretty much at the end now, but
what time is it?
Yep.
Oh, we are at them. We reach 8:30. We got 60 people in the live. What's up?
How do you stumble into this live stream by accident?
Whoopsie!
It must have searched for like 3 handsome dudes, and
and
we popped up. I was waiting for you to go. Wait a minute, 3? Who's the ugly one?
Oh, I picked up on it right away.
I'm the token old guy here, so I don't care.
I don't know. I'm pretty old too.
I'm the token bearded guy.
I don't remember. I want to say like, man, they're cheap, like cheap. Yeah.
Probably like $4 or $5, right?
No, they're more than that. But
Really?
I mean, if you went
$11.
to IKEA, Aldi, Sam's, they're so cheap. I can't make it for that. You know, like it's like
That is terrifying me.
Oh shit. Sorry, I was looking at my computer screen.
I have a bed frame and slat. I want to recycle hot sauce rag out of the slats. Not sure to make headboard for any suggestions.
Yeah, that's what I was reading just now. Sorry, Steve.
It's okay. I probably won't sleep tonight. It's this big eye coming at me.
Yeah. So the headboard's probably got a lot of, I don't know.
Headboard.
Make a
I just
pallet.
don't know.
A lot of people make furniture out of pallets. Make a pallet out of some furniture.
Hey, there you go.
Actually, something that's interesting that sells well at craft.
Is it solid wood or is
shows-
it veneered?
Well,
Oh,
this is at-
something that sells well at craft shows are little miniature pallets that have been laser cut.
that Corb, that's what I was saying. Headbangers. Headbangers.
Corey, you got to protect the sheetrock.
So much for this live stream being fit for advertising.
Hey, you know,
Yeah,
we just
right.
went
Don't
up.
bring
We
your
just gained
children,
11.
Jesus.
We just gained 11 people after that. What can I say?
Rated X.
We've
Going
opened a
up.
whole new demographic.
Yeah, make sure it's not veneer because I saw a bed frame on the side of the road and it looked like it was solid mahogany. But when I went up to it, it was definitely a veneered MDF.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
make sure they're not fooling you with that.
Benches can be made out of headboards.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yep,
Yeah, that
yep,
would be a
yep.
bad thing.
Yerp.
That would be a bad thing. Hey, Rod, did you get that shirt in Mexico?
No, this one. I think this came from down at Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh,
I
hey
made
guys,
a miniature pallet from a
I gotta
pallet
take
company.
this call, guys.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I'll see y'all later next time Friday.
Take care,
Well,
man.
thank 30 guys. Yeah, so I guess we could wrap it up anyways, but I appreciate and thank everyone for joining. Apologize, I had to join from the car in the middle. My sister needed a favor, and sometimes being an older brother, it's hard to say no, especially when your family.
Try and be on time next week, man.
Yep, of course, of course. My father used to say one thing you could do is at least show up on time, but I had some. I had to do it. But thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate the live. We're on live number 7. Live number 7. That's really awesome. And I appreciate all the comments, questions, and everything. And of course, we've been doing a lot of giveaways lately. Got a laser on the way that we'll be giving away, and Steve will be right behind me. So thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it. You guys want to say anything on the closeout?
Yep. See y'all next week.
Have a good week. Do something cool.
Take it easy. Bye. God bless, guys.